Welcome back to Stay Gold, guys. Another episode of House of the Dragon coming at you.
Better known as Hot D.
Yep, that hot D. Um, what was it? Driftmark? That was the title of this episode.
Driftmark. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys remember the episode titles.
Yeah. You just got to look them up on IMDb. It's pretty easy.
I was scrambling there.
I do for shows I really care about, but
Fair.
you know.
Yeah.
This one,
This one.
very moody Hot D episode, I'd say. This one in general. Everybody's everything's starting to get a little bit cold. Everybody's getting old. Hot D.
Boom. Yeah, I was. I know I mentioned that I was scared that the momentum wasn't going to be able to carry forward to the end here, but this one
Did it for
shut
you?
me up. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, they were airing out dirty laundry, and it was good to see people were kind of, I don't know, you get a sense of who's where and who hates who, and I don't know. It was good.
Yeah, this one
Rhaenyra
did.
finally got to bust that incest nut, so good for her.
Finally. So much
never
build
gets
up.
any more comfortable watching shit like that. Game of Thrones, man.
You just have you have a standard Game of Thrones. At least I do. Whenever it's like incest on screen, I'm like, "Yep, that's the Game of Thrones feel right there." I don't really know what it is.
That's about right.
Yeah, but I know that I'm feeling the Game of Thrones feel.
Feeling something.
A little squeamish. I'm a little. There's a pit in my stomach.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but it's like I get it. You know, I mean, it makes sense. They probably should get together for the realm, and
Drinking
the wine.
I'm not gonna tell you no.
Whatever you're into.
Different strokes.
No kink shaming here.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I thought the moodiness overall maybe did something for the effect of the episode for me. Obviously, it's a funeral, kind of central to the episode with Lena's funeral. There's I just all Westerosi conversation is tossed in 3 layers of shade. When they're doing they're talking about Lena and being like, it's our blood, it salts in our blood, it's our blood, and they're tossing shade at Rhaenyra and her kids. You can't even just have a fucking ceremony without it being Westerosi shade,
Pretentious as fuck.
Yeah. Everybody's eyeballing each other. Damon's laughing at it, it's just shitty. Just shitty.
Blasted in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was a good intro. That there was kind of a lot of power plays in that scene. I mean, Game of Thrones now, they set a lot of scenes in one location just to save budget, probably, but you have to have 10 characters do 5 moves then, in one scene, which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, that first scene is 10 to 15 minutes long, and it's good. It's a good scene, So, but I thought one of the highlights for me was Daemon and Viserys talking again. I know, Alex, we've said Viserys is the best part of the show. And I mean, I would agree. He carries such a pivotal part of the feel of this show so far. I mean, obviously he's not going to be in it forever.
Last hope of wanting things to be
peace.
Good. I mean,
yeah, when he's
family,
he's shouting into the wind in that scene,
right.
when him just we're family, it's no one's listening, man. They're waiting for you to die, and they're waiting for the next move, and he knows it, but he can't accept it, and he just wants it to be different, and. Yeah.
It's the next character we get that, in my opinion, is Ned Stark, And those characters never really.
Just a little too honorable to live in this world.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me wonder, though, you guys saying that, makes me wonder if, Viserys is going to, before he goes, they'll have, one last major
something.
Cut, Yeah, maybe not. Maybe they'll just go out in the sleep.
Bobby B style, no ceremony, just kind of dies. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I wonder if what Daemon has to play in his end story too, because I mean, it was kind of a touching scene for me with Viserys is an old man. He wants Daemon just to kind of be back and to settle the beef of the last 10 years, and Daemon clearly says he doesn't need anything from him, and just that tragic brother will never understand you type of tale, and it's I don't know. That's one of the more beefy. Emotional parts of this story, I think, that is actually more heartfelt and good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool to see them reconnect in some fashion. They're clearly disconnected as far as that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found myself like this episode really tied my loyalties to certain new characters. I'm still like, I think like definitively I'm on the high tower wagon.
Really?
Allison, Otto, I want them to like.
Yeah, but what about their kids though? You want those kids to be the
kid with one eye is cool now.
That's what I was gonna say. Eamon is like this guy, because he's like whatever, maybe like a mini Damon, where he's just gonna go out there and take what he thinks he knows is his. What
he realized he can't just sit there anymore. He's like, I gotta fucking take this shit.
Yeah. Fucking Vagar, dude, take the most badass
oldest,
dragon
biggest dragon.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And like when he was like, "Don't mourn for me" or something, I got a dragon out of it. I was like, God.
Yeah. It's like this kid.
Otto looks over him like, this little baller. Look at this guy. It was good to see Otto again too. Like he's good that he was back. I was like, hey. But yeah, we go ahead.
There when she's like talking about what she wants in return. I was sitting there with Sarah. I'm like, take his eye, take his eye.
Eye for an eye, motherfucker. Yeah, right.
And she's like, I want his eye. I'm like, take it. She didn't take it though, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
She tried.
It was like tension filled, like that confrontation finally coming to a head. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know how you can like Rhaenyra as much. She's clearly like the stuck up, entitled.
Yeah.
She had no sense of duty anymore, even though like Viserys has screamed at her about the duty since she was like given the claim to the throne and everything.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think this show might be even doing a little bit better job than Game of Thrones does at like letting you root or making you able to root for every character. Because to me, I kind of would say I'm on Rhaenyra's side mostly still. I mean, they kind of start you there. But I understand, like, she tried to have kids. She tried to do the duty. Laenor obviously can't or whatever.
True.
Like, they make it so you understand. And at the base of that character, she's a character that wants freedom and to do her own thing. Selfish, obviously. But that world is so fucking shit. Like, why do you think Alicent is, like, so strung out and, like, crazy now? It's because she's just lived by duty her whole life. So it's like you can, like, that's why I think this show's doing a really good job is, like, I kind of want Alicent's kids to win. I kind of want Rhaenyra to win. I kind of think that the Driftmark family deserves the throne. Like, so it's good. Yeah, it's nice. Like to me, I could kind of want everyone to win and want everyone to lose. So it's doing a good job at that.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Honestly, the way this ended too with Laenor and that dude going out. What a play by Daemon and Rhaenyra. Big time.
Yeah.
How to save your morality while also committing some sort of murder.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was, at first I was like, a little too convenient swaying that guy to do the murder. I was like, a little too convenient. But then they're on top of it. They're ahead of me. And then, is he going to be, like, you think, like, Laenor's going to be a major player after this? Or is he kind of...
That's what I wondered. Like, if he'll come back.
Yeah.
In some fashion to, like, fuck some shit up.
They talked about like going across the sea where your name doesn't mean anything, just your gold. So maybe they're just gonna run away. That's kind of what I thought, but I don't know. Yeah, just a lot of what ifs in the show.
Don't really know the state of Estos like at this time either. So I'm wondering like if we'll get pieces of that.
That'd be kind of cool.
At the end of the season or next season. Yeah, like I don't know what they talk about Pentos and stuff. I don't know if Bravos is still a thing. So
yeah,
if the House of the God of what is it? I forget the God of Death.
Yeah, House of Black and White.
House of Black and White. Yeah. I don't know if that's like a thing. If like there's assassins around still.
Talk about a butchered concept there.
House of Black and White.
Yeah.
Like the no name.
Yeah, that kind of spun in circles for a while. That's like right around where the writers were like, you could tell they were like, what are we doing? Like,
yeah, that had so much potential to be so fucking cool.
Yeah. Vala Morghulis. I will say, one of the things kind of missing from the show is some vibrancy. I mean, I see some people complaining, it's too fucking dark, I mean, the one scene that was dark is like Aemond going to get Vagar. And I was like, dude, it's fucking pitch black. That should have been darker. like
it should have been the
chill
long
the
fucking
fuck
night.
out. Like, and I thought it was fine, and it added to the like overall moodiness of the episode. Like, it was, I mean, the long night, you took a little too much creative
Yeah.
way there. I don't know. It's like you have torches and shit. At least in the long night. I mean, there should be some fucking light there. But
sources of fire.
Yeah, it's like that little flight scene was gray or whatever. But I think overall, I kind of wish it was a little more poppy. Just in general, it's a little glum overall. I don't know.
Like
maybe
there was like a few more like I don't know, maybe like wide landscapes or mountainous or foresty, just like more nature landscape shots. I think in Game of Thrones.
Well, I also think
very
too is
detailed,
like
folds and stuff.
Yeah, like Game of Thrones too. Like that starts with more color, obviously, but this is like in a time where the realm is thriving at its like best.
Yeah.
So like, don't you think that this is a time where most of the color should be, and then maybe start to lose it along the way?
Yeah.
Don't start it kind of grim. But
I feel like it lacks
King's Landing for sure.
I don't think they're shooting like on site as much as they did in Game of Thrones. I feel like it's a lot of soundstage, a lot of CGI.
For sure.
I mean, the CGI is so bad in the backgrounds, like the cityscapes. Like, just go back to the ways. Like they fucking built Winterfell, right, for Game of Thrones. Why can't they just put a little bit more effort in to make it just that much better? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just missed opportunities, but I mean,
it's a little more manufactured, like I think we said last episode. And it looks like another time jump next episode. I'm not really sure if I'm on board it or not anymore with all these time jumps. I understand them because I kind of view this story as more like a history chapter book than rather like a one character continuous type of story type of thing. So in that regard, it's fine. But man, 2 seasons, like you're starting to sprint through shit. Like I would say, you don't need to, but they have a plan, I guess. So
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be as big a time jump. Like if we get one as big, but yeah, I feel like it's like maybe we should sit with some of the characters a little bit more, let them stew.
We just build up. Yeah, we just like check in at key moments, which I understand as like a writing aspect. You want the times that you're jumping to be the most important times, but then it's just like nothing in between was important, and it's just kind of a little jarring, just in a week by week basis, So
yeah.
But overall, I mean, what have we said every episode? I'm enjoying it. I don't know. I like it's just smart writing in general. I don't know I don't know really what else to say. I'm kind of waiting to see if there's going to be some big explosive moment at the end of the season, because if not, I think that they might like lose a lot of people, which is kind of sad because it's just like, well, give me the fucking, what do you got? What do you got?
Heads roll.
Yeah, like where's the dragon shit? Where are these dragons gonna fight? Like, so you gotta have like please your audience because you've built Game of Thrones up to be that way now.
Yeah,
but it kind of sucks. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I mean, we all came back to see something, So like,
deliver.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Watch Harrenhal get burnt down, dude. That shit was like completely destroyed in Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah.
It's cursed now. There's been a lot of that. So.
That's got to be in this time, in this story, I would think.
Someone go off. Yeah.
That'd be cool. I mean, if that's what the end of the first season is, boom, right there,
Yeah, be cool. That's me, my clairvoyance, looking into the.
I can see that. Yeah. Any last thoughts on Hot D, episode 7?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Rhaenyra looks older than Daemon with the new actress. So I think, why did they fucking change the actors?
Yeah.
That's my last one. Just like a handful. They're like, yeah, let's just change a couple.
Yeah.
No, keep them. Except Olivia Cook. I'm glad she's here. She's really, she's good.
Spicing it up.
I like the actress, but we'll see. We'll see.
She looks like she's like 45.
She does look a little old, but
And
I mean,
Daemon
Matt Smith
is
looks a
like-
little old. They're aging him up a bit, I'd say.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Like when they're on the beach getting ready to go to Bone Town, it's like, is that your grandma? I don't know.
She's a grown woman now.
Yeah, I guess, but like too grown. She's all.
Yeah, she jumped 30 years.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just
And Daemon
magic.
should have been all
It's some Game of Thrones magic, dude. It's all gonna pay off. They have a plan, man.
I guess.
She's gonna have a magic 30-year jump that she like did with some witch in a cave or something. I don't know.
Blood magic.
Yeah, blood. There it is.
It's all in the blood.
Yep. The Red Woman's gonna come back at the end of the first season, and everyone's gonna shit their pants, and it's gonna be insane, bro.
Yep. She's gonna come back, tits out, and everyone will be like,
Yep.
this looks familiar.
Yep. We know those tits. Wait a minute.
My one complaint: more titties. We had more titties in Game of Thrones, more titties in the House of the Dragon. What's going on?
Right. Well, see if we'll get our wish, guys. Join us on the next chat for Hot D. Thanks for listening, guys. Stay gold.
Stay gold.